Welcome back, everybody, to the Baltimore Orioles franchise. Season number 2 about to finish up here, and we're ready to get into the offseason, probably the most important offseason of this franchise. As you can see, we finish up at 77 and 85, a 16-game improvement over last year, 61 and 101. So we're looking better. This team has a lot more talent, not only in the hitting, but in the pitching as well. Now, you can see how we finished up the last few months. We were kind of close in the wild card race, about 5 or 6 games out coming into the month of August. We finished 13 and 14 in the month of August. But as we get into the month of September, it looked really good. 2 out of 3 from Seattle, sweep the Yankees, 2 out of 3 from Toronto, looking pretty good, but we really falter down the stretch and finish the month at 11 and 14, and obviously well out of the playoffs. But still, a great improvement. Looking at this roster means pretty good season. Jameson Taillon, fantastic season, 16 and 5, ERA under 3. Now, Grayson Rodriguez did struggle, but still have full confidence in him next year. Hopefully, just more improvement, getting even better. Bradish had a good season. Tyler Wells, a quietly very good season. Cannot complain about that. And I believe DL Hall, who finished up with a 5.75 ERA, not the greatest, but I think he'll be part of the rotation next year. There's no doubt about it. Steve Artigar, our number 1 draft pick. I mean, he dominated in AA. He dominated in AAA. And I think that's where he will more than likely start next season. Obviously, very young. But he's on the horizon as well. So he could come up next year as well if we have some struggles. The bullpen, I think, will be intact. We'll probably try to add to it, but if an arm like Johan Duran cannot be in the rotation, he is definitely going to be in the bullpen. Kenley Jansen will be a free agent, so we'll have to think about bringing him back. But a guy like Adam Lamb, who dominated this year in AAA. So I think we have so much talent, really, that this team next year, if we could just maybe make one free agent move here in this offseason, we're going to be very competitive. Mountcastle, Mancini, what a season for him. A resurgent season for Trey Mancini. The question, as we've been saying every video, all the time, is probably second base or third base. Those are the positions right now. We probably don't have anybody that's, on the horizon ready to go. Kobe Mayo, is he ready yet? No, he is not. Not at all. But we got Gunnar Henderson at shortstop. Yeah, second base. Do you go with Ramon Urias? Terran Vavra? Do you go with those type of guys? I don't know. We'll have to see what's there. Outfield, Austin Hayes, Cedric Mullins, and Colton Cowser hit 285, 186 at-bats, 3 home runs, 4 steals. He will be your starter coming into next year. We'll probably move him over to right field. So that's your outfield. We're good. Stowers will have a chance to make the team. Billy Briggs, I think we'll just put him in AAA. We traded for Robert Hassel. He'll probably sit in AAA. You can see the talent we have. So there's a good possibility that this offseason we make maybe one move for a big-time player, position player more than likely, maybe a pitcher depending who's there. But we have so much talent that there's a good possibility if we're just right there on the cusp, right there on the edge, that we can make a move for a big-time player. We have enough talent, depth, that we can possibly make a trade. Taking a look at the playoff bracket, let's see who goes through here. But let's first get through the awards and go through there. Corey Seager, we saw him against that game against DL Hall, that start. And what a season he had. 353, 41 home runs, 120 RBI. He wins the AL MVP. Ronald Acuna Jr. is going to win the NL MVP. 47 home runs, 124 RBI. Fantastic season. Shohei Ohtani is going to win your Cy Young. 15 and 6, 281. Bunch of strikeouts. Same with Jacob deGrom. 19 and 7, so he wins the Cy Young. Second year in a row for him. Batting title, Seager, back-to-back years with that. Look at Evan Longoria. How old is he now? 37 years old. You can see, I don't know if he's ever, let's go down the list here. He is never in his career hit over 300. You can see 294 was his best. He just had a career year, even though home runs are down, at the age of 37 years old. I mean, fantastic job from Evan Longoria there. Cannot complain at all about that. Let's see. The problem is, the thing is with sometimes, I want to see where he progresses to. when he gets to 38 years old, does he just continue to progress down, even though he just had a career year? That's going to be, we'll see if he hits like free agency. I want to see that. Now, Robert Newstrom, he is second in Rookie of the Year. He was obviously grabbed from us in the Rule 5 draft by the Guardians, and definitely worked out. 10 homers, 59 RBI, had 33 doubles on the season. Good numbers. It's just so many positions you can have with the 40-man roster. We let him up there, and it works out for the Guardians. Go through the Hank Aaron Award. Mike Trout wins it once again, 317, 45 home runs. He's got to be getting up there. We'll have to check his career numbers because he has to be very close. I mean, getting up there in home runs, RBI, doubles. He's got to be getting up there. Obviously, now I'm about to head into season number 3. Austin Hayes with the Gold Glove, so that's awesome to see. We got some Gold Glove winners once again on this team. That's always very good to see as we go through the Gold Glove winners here for the NL. Now for Silver Slugger, Mancini finishes second there for DH. What a season. Trey, almost 100 RBI, up there in homers. It really was. He was on the downward spiral. He's getting up, he's 31, 32 years old. You're thinking, what else can he bring to the table? And man, what a season he had. Definitely going to earn himself another contract. I think that's for sure. So we'll have to look at that. I think he's possibly the DH for sure. So let's get into this offseason. Bay Sox won the AA Northeast Southwest Division. They'll head to the playoffs. Like I said before, if you want to see some minor league playoff action, let me know. But the Dodgers have defeated the Cleveland Guardians in the World Series. So the Dodgers, once again, World Series champs. Let's take a look at this. So, yeah, Cleveland was a wild card. They beat Boston. They actually sweep the White Sox and take care of Toronto in 5, where the Dodgers, 3-1 against San Diego, 7-game series against Milwaukee, and then they easily take care of Cleveland in the World Series, 4-1. Diaz is going to be your MVP. You didn't even put up any homers and RBI. That is very interesting. You would think somebody who wins the MVP in the World Series would have put up some crazy numbers, but nothing there. But the Dodgers are your World Series champs. And let's head into the offseason. So we need manager, farm director, contracts have expired there. Obviously tendering offers. Let's take a look at some of the retired players. We actually do not have any retired players. I didn't expect us to anyway, but Miggy Cabrera has finally called it quits. He is done at the age of 40, and what a career. 514 home runs, 1830 RBI. He had over 3,000 hits. Man, Hall of Famer, there is no doubt about it. Justin Verlander retires. I think he's a Hall of Famer. 244 wins. Let's see what strikeouts. Over 3,000 strikeouts. I don't see how you can say that Justin Verlander's not a guy, a Hall of Famer as well. He's won World Series for sure. Max Scherzer, is he a Hall of Famer? 214 wins. Over 3,000 Ks as well. I think Scherzer could be too. I think sometimes Hall of Famer, it's just so tough. But I think if a guy has dominated in an era in a baseball where he's been, like, legit, not just for a year or two, but has dominated for years, that guy's an MVP. MVP. I mean the Hall of Famer. Scherzer, Cabrera, Pujols, so Verlander does not get in. That's crazy. I would think Verlander would definitely be a Hall of Famer. The career he's put up, there's no doubt about it. So we got exclusive free agent negotiations. We got to take care of the manager. Now, I would love to bring back Brandon Hyde, but his attribute grade D, and then he's just bringing nothing to the table. So we're going to go in a different direction. Look at Ethan Mendoza, A attribute grade, 1 contact, 2 plate vision, 1 control, and 3 arm strength. Let's make a deal to him. 3 years, about $13.2 million. As for farm directors, we're going to try Willie Harris. +2 durability, 3 fielding, 2 drag bunting, 1 hit per 9. We'll offer him a deal as well. Hopefully we can get that done and really improve the coaching staff. I know that's a big deal for some of these guys with the morale. As we head to exclusive negotiations, we got Kenley Jansen. You know what? I think we try to bring him back once again on a 1-year deal. Probably remain the closer for sure. I know he's not upset. He wants to be on a contender, but I think we're going to be a contender, man. I think we're going to be a contender. Jose Alvarez, what a season. 1.1 ERA, 1.02 whip. I know he only pitched 32 and a third innings, but that's still dominating numbers. So let's offer him a deal. Good lefty out of the bullpen. It's just something. It's sometimes odd with those lefty positions. You know, if you throw left-handed, it's not like you need dominating stuff. You just have to have some good control, and you can really dominate guys. So we'll offer both of them contracts, hopefully bring them back. Ethan Mendoza has accepted our deal. He will be the new manager of this Baltimore Orioles team, as Willie Harris has gone to the Marlins. So we got to look at another position for farm director. And we'll look at Lucas Vioto. 1 bunting, 1 clutch, 1 stamina, and he's got 3 arm accuracy. So we'll offer him a deal. Hopefully he'll accept, be our new farm director. We got arbitration, we got tendering contracts, we got free agency. So here's your arbitration eligible player this year. Austin Hayes, Ramon Urias, Anthony Santander, Tyler Wells, and Jorge Mateo. So Austin Hayes, we'll offer him the arbitration. I don't think we're going to offer him a deal right now because I believe he has this year and next year of arbitration. So I'm fine just going through arbitration, and that works out perfectly. Ramon Urias will offer him arbitration as well, bring him back. Anthony Santander, I think we're going to let him go. Tyler Wells, 8-11. He had a solid season. 4.3 ERA, 1.46 whip, not too bad. I think he could be a number 5 starter. I think he could also be a long reliever. He has decent stuff. So I think we offer him arbitration as well. Try to bring him back. As for Jorge Mateo, it's a tough decision. He just hasn't put up much production, but that speed and fielding could be a possibility. So I think we're going to wait on that for right now. As for tendering contracts, like I've said before, the previous offseason, this is a long... you got to tender a bunch of contracts for a bunch of guys, minor leaguers. There's just no reason going through this, showing this. But we will pretty much tender pretty much most guys. I don't expect anything different. Maybe a few guys in the minor leagues with the deep potential that I don't bring back. So we get through that. Now, let's head into free agency and look who he's here. Shohei Ohtani is here. Wow. I did not expect that to happen. And actually the Angels don't even have an offer up for him right now. Jack Flaherty, 4.7, 1.31 ERA, very solid pitcher. Let's look at Ohtani's numbers. 15-6, he won the Cy Young, 211 innings pitched, 225 Ks, 2.81 ERA, 1.14 WHIP. I mean, great season. What did he do hitting? 26 home runs, 77 RBI, hit 238, average a little bit low, still decent on base. OPS still over 800. I mean, the guy's just insane. He doesn't have a contract offer yet. Julio Urias. So there's some good pitchers here. DeGrom is just sitting there. 14-6. 3.79 ERA. Strikeouts maybe a little lower. He's still good season. 1.15 whip. 22 quality starts. 3.4 WAR. His K per 9s actually went up from last year. DeGrom is right now an offer from the Mets to come back, $32.6 million over a year. So that's a big-time contract there. Jesse Winker, who's now up to a 90 overall. I don't think we need outfield. And here's these positions. We got Chapman, we got Rafael Devers, Gene Segura. So we got some third base / second base guys. That is a position we need. Devers last year with Boston, 21 home runs, 84 RBIs, dipped down a little bit, but still decent on base, 352. I mean, the guy's still an absolute beast. And he's younger. Chapman's 30. Last year, only 11 home runs, 53 RBIs, 266 average. Obviously, he is an outstanding fielder. That is a big part of his game. He is only one error. He is a great third baseman. So that is a big-time deal there where Devers is a very solid fielder. He just maybe brings you a better bat. Gene Segura, 13 home runs. I don't know. He's 34 years old. I'm not sure if I'm really interested in him at all. So let's take a look at this. Ohtani's sitting there, and it's tempting. He doesn't have an offer yet. I know he's going to want a lot of money, so we'll have to worry about the budget. But, man, that is so tempting. So tempting. to bring him in. I know we got plenty of pitchers there that are ready to come up and going to be in the rotation. But, man, if you could throw Ohtani in there. The question is, where would he play on the field? I guess he would DH, but it's like, where do you put Mancini? But, man, for a player like that, we can make some space. Yeah, it's just really infield spot. Outfield, we're good. Cowser will start. Yeah, Santander, I think we just straight release him right now. Just so he hits, he can hit the waiver wire and somebody can pick him up right away. So let's just release Santander. I know we probably should have traded him at the deadline to get something for him, but I don't really worry about that. So we're going to offer Ohtani a deal. I know this is crazy. 7 years, we'll go 6 years, $210 million. He obviously would be the ace. We'll offer him a player option. We'll front load the contract. Yeah, let's front load it. Let's see where this puts us. Do we go 7 years, maybe 8 years? Maybe we go 7 years, $245 million. That'll put him at 36 years old. Yeah, he's got very good status over there. The faces are very good. I mean, he likes our top tier coaching staff. So the offer is up to Ohtani. Maybe we can make one more offer. Let's put an offer out for, let's go Rafael Devers. I think Devers would, obviously his bat, he's only 27. And then the other thing is, you take him away from a division opponent. So he's no longer with Boston. So let's make a deal to Devers. 6 years, about $90 million. We really blow Boston out of the water, off from $30 more million. And Devers has signed. There, he didn't wait. He signed first day. Rafael Devers, we have now solved the position at third base. He signs the big deal, and we take him away from Boston. That is awesome. That is a huge, huge deal. The problem is, if you can see our available budget at $54 million, we definitely will not have enough money to bring in Ohtani. I wasn't sure if we would be able to. But with his contract, that would take up near, $30 to $40 million. So we're going to have to withdraw the offer. I know it's unfortunate, but we have to. We're going to have to use that money to bring back everybody else. But still, big-time deal. Hader goes to the Rockies. Teoscar Hernandez is going to go to the Yankees as we continue to sim through here. Jesse Winker goes to the Dodgers. Matt Chapman is going to go to the Giants. Gene Segura is going to go to the White Sox. Man, that NL West is crazy. Liam Hendricks is going to go to Atlanta. Tyler Glasnow will move on to the Detroit Tigers, who stays in the AL but moves away from the division. That's awesome to see. And we'll head into the Rule 5 draft. I don't know if we're going to really be able to take anybody unless there's a reliever here that we can think about taking. I think that's about it. Chance Cisco and Hunter Harvey. Former Baltimore Orioles. Yeah, who really struggled. I don't even know how they're A potential. I really don't know. I don't really see anybody here that's really worth taking. Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody here. Go to closers. Yeah, well, Latkins is with us. Obviously, he's on our roster, so we don't actually have to take him. Yeah, I don't see anything. I think we're good. I think we can just skip the selection. Rylan Bannon is here. We got Joseph Ortiz. There's some guys here, but there's no way that, like Jordan Westberg, there's no way any other team is going to take these guys. Keep them on the roster? They're nowhere near ready. They're nowhere near ready to play in the bigs. And you're going to take them? I don't think so. So I think it's just pretty easy. Just skip the selection. We'll get out of the Rule 5 draft. But we go down the list, and look who was taken. Rylan Bannon was taken by Philadelphia, so they're going to give him a chance. Good for him. He gets a chance. Hopefully it works out. If not, he'll be coming back to this team as we continue to move on through the offseason. German Marquez signs with the Angels as Ohtani moves to the Diamondbacks, and man, the NL West just gets crazier and crazier. Seems like every big signing, guys are going there, and there you go, Lucas Giolito going to the Padres. Man, a lot of deals getting done. Kenley Jansen did sign his contract, so he is back as well, as so did Jose Alvarez. He is back. So I think our bullpen's good. Harrison Bader's going to go to Milwaukee, stays in that division. Guardians going to get Jorge Polanco. Signs a 4-year deal, $28 million. Julio Urias is going to the Nationals, 6 years. Big time. Look at Jack Flaherty's deal. 9 years, $178 million to San Francisco as that NL West gets even crazier. Austin Hayes, arbitration signs with him. That's fine. I have no problems with that. Same with Tyler Wells. They side with him, and they side with... We ended up getting Jorge Mateo, arbitration, sign him. I think the speed alone in fielding is good enough for a backup. And really, that's going to do it for this offseason. We're going to get to spring training, and that's going to do it for the offseason. Not a huge, big-time offseason, but just adding a guy like Rafael Devers is huge. Looks like we had a scout retire. I think the West Scout is probably one we want to go for. Let's go Antonio Weber, or do we want to go Domingo Robert or Robert? Let's go with him. Let's go with that. Good discovery. I like that. So we can discover a little bit more players, and he's more accurate in that. But yeah, just the signing of Devers, as we'll take a look at this lineup, I just think this lineup is going to be crazy. Rotation. So let's move things around. Obviously, we're going to have Jameson Taillon, I think, at the ace. Means is going to be 2. Grayson Rodriguez will be in there at 3. We'll put DL Hall probably at 5. Bradish at 4. Ortega will get a chance in spring training, but he will definitely be down in AAA. Durand could have a chance as well, but could be just a bullpen guy. Obviously, I don't know if Felix Bautista will be in, but I like the bullpen. Tyler Wells will be in there. This rotation, I think it could be good. I think Grayson Rodriguez is going to be better. I think Bradish will have a very good season, and hopefully DL Hall has a good season as well. We still might need an ace, obviously, but I think our pitching's solid. Steve Ortega might be the ace, really, in just a year. The way he has been pitching, we'll see how he does in AAA this year. If he is dominating AAA through like 2 months, dude's coming up. No doubt about it. But look at this lineup. Mullins, Rushman will get even better. He has improved. He's up to an 87 overall. Ryan Mountcastle, former MVP. You know what he can do. Yeah, I think Adley Rushman's going to have a great season. I think he's going to put up over 30 home runs. He's going to be great. Mountcastle, he was an MVP. We know what he can do. Now we throw Devers into the lineup and put him, I would think right now, batting 4th. Put him in the lineup. You got Austin Hayes, Gunnar Henderson, another very good season. Trey Mancini, Colton Cowser performed well. You put Ramon Urias down there. I mean, I think we got one of the better lineups in baseball. We definitely do. And the way the pitching performed last year, if we can get some semblance of that, last year the lineup struggled a little bit. But you move everybody down. I think Rushman improves even more. I think this season, and Gunnar Henderson gets better and better. I'm telling you what, I think this team, I don't know what, I was hoping we win 80 games this previous season. We fell just 3 games short. But really, I'm expecting bigger things this year. I think we're going to win easily 80 games. Can we get close to 90? I think we can. And like I said, we have enough talent underneath to where if we have problems with the pitching staff, we can make a deal. We can make a trade for somebody, bring in a decent starting pitcher to be kind of that guy. Because as long as, we stay healthy as well, man, I think this is the best team we've had in this franchise. The signing of Devers has just improved this lineup even more. We're ready to compete in this AL East. It's a tough division. It's really, really tough. You got the Yankees, Red Sox, Rays, Blue Jays. It's not easy, but I think we have a team ready to compete. You can see how our rankings have gone up. Right now, we're already at 7th ranked team. 2 in contact, 7th the power. Our pitching's still a little bit low. But we got good arms in the bullpen. We got a solid rotation. All we need is Grayson Rodriguez. If he has a great year, I mean, we're ready to go. We would be ready to go. So I can't wait to get the season going. Tell me what you guys think of the offseason. But that's going to do it for this one. You guys are awesome. Continue to hit that like button. Subscribe for more. But I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.